everybody, and welcome. This is NewsNight, and I'm Ashley Latimer.
And I'm Irving John.
I'm Lenore Del Castillo.
And I'm Nicoletta Shivers.
In today's news, President Obama appeared for a national audience to make his case for the economic stimulus plan. The cost is roughly around $838 billion, which Democratic leaders say will help pull the U.S. economy out of this grip. Obama stated, "My bottom line is to make sure we are saving and creating 4 million jobs. We are to make sure our financial system is working again and that homeowners can get some relief."
I mean, it's about time. The last ballot kind of just went to the businesses. Regular people need the money.
Yeah. I heard they're going to make a decision early this week, so
That's what we're hoping for.
In more Wall Street news, Merrill Lynch's top 4 executives pocketed $121 million in bonuses just before the Bank of America finalized its deal to buy the collapsing firm. The only reason Bank of America was able to buy Merrill Lynch was due to $45 billion of taxpayers' money. It is reported that the 4 top executives received from $18 million to $39 million in bonuses just days before the deal. Attorney General Andrew Cuomo has been investigating the deal because he feels it's suspicious that Merrill Lynch paid bonuses in December, a month before their usual bonus time in January. Cuomo called Merrill Lynch's quickened perk handouts a surprising fit of corporate irresponsibility that richly rewarded their failed executives. Today in Washington, House Financial Service Committee will be holding hearings with top bank executives of the nation to see how they are spending the bailout aid. Finally, some regulations for big businesses.
That's hopefully they figure that out.
Definitely need that here.
In local news, the number of felonies and violations in Albany County rose last year, despite the fact that individual arrests decreased in 2008. The Albany County Sheriff, James Campbell, reported that the department recovered 6 pounds of powdered and cracked cocaine worth $544,000, 812 dime bags of heroin worth $20,000, 121 pounds of marijuana worth more than $1 million, and $15,000 of other miscellaneous drugs such as mushrooms, methadone, Oxycontin, Xanax, Ritalin steroids, crystal meth, ecstasy, and morphine in 2008 alone. The street values are based on a 200 per gram basis, and $25 bags of heroin, 25 per gram of marijuana. 14 people were arrested on gambling charges. On the bright side, the number has been decreasing over the other 17 years, just not this year.
Yes, not. Oh my God, heroin was so up and coming lately.
Yes.
It's the one that says you just don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough, I actually know kids on the sports teams here that use heroin. So it's
Really?
actually a pretty big phenomenon.
Well, Oxycontin now, they're constantly, it's cheaper than Oxycontin.
Absolutely ridiculous.
I don't know what sports teams you're talking about.
Not hers. What else is going on?
Well, I'm sure you have all seen the announcements in all the classrooms about the fair trade for a fair world. But do you guys really know what fair trade is? Fair trade is a movement that has been going on in the U.S. and in Europe for some time now. Since the 1990s, the movement has been advocating paying a fair price for the goods that we get from farmers in developing countries, as well as social and environmental standards in the production of these goods. Fair trade organizations primarily focus on the exports from developing countries to developed countries. Usually it's like coffee, cocoa, bananas, fresh fruit, and flowers. Fair trade is not a charity though. It is a movement that wants to help workers move from a state of vulnerability to a state of economic self-sufficiency. Instead of going to other countries and importing goods for a very cheap price, like most other organizations, they make sure that they are paying a fair price to workers so that farmers can have enough money to have a comfortable living. All in all, it's a very good cause. Not only are they watching out for the interests of society as a whole, but they are also making sure that the goods they import are 100% organic and that no humans are being harmed in the process. No child labor, no slavery, and fair income for all their hard work.
Great.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of those.
Chris Martin always promotes fair trade, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of fair trade organizations.
U.S. Capitol on Tuesday after he drove up to one of the building's barricades with a rifle in his vehicle and said he told officers to get delivery for Obama. Man is identified as Alfred Brock, 64, of Louisiana. Brock was charged in possession with an unregistered firearm and unregistered ammunition. This is actually really scary.
It's very scary.
I guess you didn't vote for him.
I guess
Probably not.
First 100 days in office for Obama, and there's a lot on his plate.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of threats, hasn't he, Albany?
I would imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, his car is full of beast, so.
Yeah.
And there have been other arrests for threats against Obama, so hopefully.
I think they're pretty up on that.
Oh, definitely.
There's one corporation that will not be doing fair trade. The Peanut Corporation of America temporarily closed its plants in Plainview, Texas on Monday night at the request of officials from the Texas Department of Health after their tests have found the possible presence of salmonella in some of its products. The Texas plant closed a day after the FBI raided the company's plant in Georgia, removing boxes and other material. The Texas plant produces peanut meal, granulated peanuts, and dry roasted peanuts. Potentially contaminated products have been shipped to a distributor, but were caught before reaching the public. An Associated Press investigation last week revealed that the Texas plant had been operating uninspected and unlicensed by the state health officials since the company came under investigation last month. I hope nobody's eating peanut butter these days.
Not after doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm still eating honey roast beef.
Nice. Be careful.
I know. I'll be getting sick.
Do you guys remember when everybody thought that satellite radio would take over and replace regular radio?
Yes, Howard Stern.
Well, in business news, Sirius XM satellite radio, whose stars include Howard Stern and Opie and Anthony, could be the second largest company to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So
Wow.
they're not looking too good.
That was
Sirius,
Wow.
yeah, Sirius has over $5 billion in assets, and it would be the second largest to file for bankruptcy if they do. The Smurfit Stone Container Corporation, who has $7 billion in assets, filed in January. Sirius hopes that this will push Charles Ergen, who's the owner of Dish, satellite radio, corporations like that, to buy the troubled company. So, tough times for them.
Economy
For everybody.
Yeah, tough times for everybody.
Economy is giving
Yeah.
it to the best.
Yeah.
Economic recession just, yeah. So, with the recession we are undergoing now in the nation, people all over the country are trying to save every dollar that they can, and we have other people trying to get their hands on dollars that don't even belong to them. In Mississippi, a 34-year-old woman was accused for making fake W-2 forms to file false tax claims. The police department and the Internal Revenue Service began investigating the case about 2 weeks ago when a local tax preparer contacted the IRS after discovering one of the counterfeit W-2 forms. The police executed a search warrant at the woman's home and found more than 75 counterfeit W-2s. She has been arrested and booked with forgery.
How do you counterfeit? Like, how do you do that?
I don't know, I guess she has like a scanner or something.
We should loan 15 to the woman with the octopus.
Yeah.
That would work out well.
She's gonna need
Get
it.
some tax money for those kids.
Okay. Well, in world news, Morgan Tsvangirai, I can't pronounce that name, was sworn in as Prime Minister of Zimbabwe early this morning. As a part of the new unity government, Zimbabwe will hope that will signal an end to the political and economic crisis that has gripped this nation for months. This is a big thing for the world, having a Prime Minister, new direction for the country, and hopefully all goes well for them.
Zimbabwe has the highest inflation rate right now.
Yes, they do.
Even the $1 trillion bill, which counts that as a dollar here. It's never most.
Nothing. How much does a slice of bread cost?
I'm not sure, but they're not doing that well.
We sure would have a hell of a vacation over there.
I know. Late Tuesday night, in the surrounding areas of Oklahoma, large funnel clouds darkened the skies as a tornado approached. In Lone Grove, Oklahoma, just 90 miles south of Oklahoma City, many people were left with mangled homes, cars, and other devastating damages. In Lone Grove, there were reported 50 injuries 8 fatalities. Today, the city is in distress, trying to provide enough emergency personnel to the residents of the area. So far, there are 6,000 Oklahoma residents without power. Natural disasters seem to come at the worst times.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
I heard there's over like 29,000 people, OG and E customers.
Yeah.
That are out, and just 10,000 of them are actually in Bethany. It's so sad how many homes are lost and just how many people are being injured.
A lot of destruction.
We just don't even have the money to help them either.
Right now.
So.
In sports news, this actually just happened a few hours ago. Jets quarterback Brett Favre has officially announced his retirement for the second time. He notified his agent earlier today. He notified the Jets that he would be not returning for the 2009 season. And 2008 was actually a disappointment for the quarterback.
Oh, definitely. It was a big disappointment for Brett Favre. His throwing was off. He got 310 interceptions, which is the record now.
Oh,
He
yeah.
holds. So his last season in the NFL didn't come out as well as it should have.
Well, he was supposed to take the Jets to the playoffs, take them to the Super Bowl, and he didn't even make them. He didn't get them to the playoffs. He threw as many touchdowns as interceptions, and he didn't have a really good year. And he faced a lot of injuries, and he's supposed to be a durable quarterback. So, if he does retire, though, he held most of the records. He held all the records. What am I saying? Pass completions, touchdowns, victories. He was just a great quarterback and a future Hall of Famer.
Oh, definitely. 39 years old, 18 years in the NFL. Great player.
Yeah.
Great person, too.
Well, at least he went out with dignity. No steroid use or anything.
Steroid use, talking about that. Yankees third baseman Alex Rodriguez tested positive to using steroids in 2001-2003. Rodriguez has not clearly admitted to using these steroids. He says that he's not exactly sure what substances he took. He did state, "I started experimenting with things that are not legal today." His hope is that after all these interviews and getting it out there, this drug use will be put into a vault, quote unquote, and that he can plan to move forward. Alex Rodriguez, I know you wanted to say a couple things about him.
Boy, Alex Rodriguez. You lied to us for 7 years. You tried to cover your own ass, and then you lied for yesterday, actually. I mean, just isolating it over 3 years doesn't seem realistic. He's probably taking human growth hormones or something else. I don't know if I buy it. He did cry during the Gammons interview a little bit, but he's a really good actor.
Put on a good show.
He puts on a good show on the field and off the field.
And in an interview with Dick Vitale's on the phone tonight, or earlier this morning with ESPN, and he said that Alex Rodriguez needs to leave Hollywood behind and get back to his roots.
That guy is more Hollywood than any other role player. So I don't know if that's
I agree with
possible.
Right. We have a strange story coming to us from Texas. Early on Monday, authorities found 22 dogs crammed into a station wagon with their owner. When authorities tried to seize the animals, the woman locked the doors and refused to come out. They were in the car with a pot of water, blankets, and waste. According to Courtney Stevens, SPCA of Texas Rescue, the car was completely soaked with urine and covered in feces. The ammonia level was 23 parts per million, even after the doors had been opened for several minutes. Just as reference, humans usually start experiencing health issues at 12 parts per million, so the car had almost twice as much bad. The 2 puppies and the 20 adult dogs were taken to a shelter until a judge decides who gets custody on February 16th.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Just wow.
I'm guessing she's homeless.
Or she really loves her dogs and their
A
food.
little too much.
How did you even fit? 22 dogs?
Oh my gosh, I saw a
Right.
picture. They had a picture of it, and they were literally just like crammed in there, like on top of one another. It was awful. Yeah.
That's awful.
Surprised one. Did you say 2 or
Puppies, yeah.
It's horrible. It's disgusting. It's animal abuse.
Well, at least they're safe in a shelter now, so
Yeah.
Thank
hopefully
God.
she doesn't get them back.
I hope not. I hope she doesn't get custody. I didn't even know that you had custody of dogs. You know? Our President Barack Obama is not the only one in his family getting PR lately. His wife wife, Michelle Obama, will be the second First Lady to be featured on the famed front cover of the Vogue magazine, appearing on the March cover. Hillary Clinton was the first. The picture was taken by Amy Leibovitz at the Hayes Day Adams Motel, where the first family stayed before the inauguration, wearing a magenta dress by designer Jason Wu, who also designed her inaugural ball gown. The tradition of featuring the First Ladies in Vogue began with Lou Hoover, Herbert Hoover's wife, but normally they appear inside, not featured out front.
Very interesting news. Good for her to be had up.
Michelle's
So
always
gorgeous.
stylish.
Oh,
Yeah, she is. She gets dressed by the best, so.
Oh, okay.
She can afford it.
Yeah, she can.
Well, everybody, that is it for us here at Newsnight. Again, I'm Ashley Latimer.
I'm Rudy John.
I'm Lenore Lopez-Castillo.
And I'm Nicoletta Shivers.
Have a great night.
Stay classy.